How come every time we start an episode, it's nighttime? You notice that? Because I have. Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Project Ozone 3. I am MrEnvelope. Oh, wow, did we really? Oh, wow. Look at that. That's pretty neat. Look at all the plastic we got. I think we're going to let this stop doing its thing. No real point into getting this much plastic, I don't think. Wow, I did not realize that this was, like, full. That's pretty cool. I feel like it... Oh, man. Anyways, we'll stop with the plastic. We'll just leave it. But anyways, what was I saying? What are we doing? We're doing some stuff today. We're doing, mystical agriculture. There we go. But how do you... Like this? There we go. We're doing that today, but before we do, we have some other things to take care of. How do you do this? There we go. Chunk loader. We're gonna put a chunk loader here at the base. Don't really know where. Let's stick it under the stairs right here. Can we do this? And then probably a 5 chunk radius. Where's that going? Well, we want to keep the mob farm loaded. Even though if we're not in the area, I don't think mobs will spawn. But if we're out exploring and we want to dump some loot and stuff, we want to put it in this this whole area, because we'll set up an ender chest and get ourselves an ender pouch pretty soon. All this is loaded. Right, perfect. We'll probably expand this once the base... Oop. Once the base gets a little bigger. Hide lasers. There we go. Can't even see anything. Perfect. What else are we doing? There were a few things that I wanted to do today before we jumped into all the mystical agriculture stuff. And not just that, we're doing Agricraft. And that's mostly the boring part, I believe, with some people. But before we go, I wanted to show you guys some things. So this has been going pretty okay. At the moment, we're going to be saving these capacitors, even though there's some right here on the floor. We're going to be saving them for now, just in case we get some better ones. I've already replaced the ones in our machines to some better ones. So those are the only things that should be clogging up the system, like if this somehow filled up with capacitors, because they don't have a place to go. Eventually, once we have a pretty decent amount, we'll start trashing them in the trash can with filters and whatnot. What else? We haven't gotten too many of them, just this one. But we got one of these patient bags, and this is what I was talking about last episode, I think. If you open this, there's another patient bag inside. And the little note on it says, eventually it may be valuable. What these actually do, though, is they have nether stars. There's a 0.01% chance that we'll get a nether star. The bags themselves, I think they're somewhat common to get. Like, this has only been running for probably, like, 40 minutes since the last episode. And we already got one, and I know that's not like a crazy amount, but we'll get them enough to where we'll be getting some free nether stars. And I set up another loot bag opener for them because I don't want this to ever get behind on opening loot bags. Like, I think it just makes sense to have it be its own thing. So I'll start moving any of those bags over there, and hopefully we'll get some nether stars pretty soon. The first bit we get, I want to put towards our furnace so we can upgrade it to the final tier, because I think that is pretty important. But before we, again, before we do any of the planty stuff, I wanted to see if we could get this quest done. So we have to go kill a skeleton and kill a creeper. Before we just jump into going to the hunting dimension, I wanted to make our sword a little bit stronger. Right now it's 6.6 attack damage. Let's see if we can make that a little stronger. It does 12 now? Okay, so it's doubled. And now it's at 13. So I used up all our modifiers on that, and that's okay. We don't need to make our sword unbreakable. I can't imagine we're going to be using a sword all the time. And it's not that expensive to repair. Once we get all the mystical agriculture stuff set up, it should be fine. But let's go over there. Oh yeah, and before we before we head out, I'm going to go ahead and make the switch to the Domino's special. Let's go ahead and drink some pizza, some coffee. We're going to go ahead and use the Domino's special as our main source of food since we're getting so much of it now. Yoo-hoo. Oh, right. Come on. There we go. Oh, wow, look at that. We're already one-hitting things. Oh, we did it. We got the creeper. Now we just got to kill a skeleton, and we should get flooded with the reward sound song. Oh, there we go. Okay, there's one. Let's head back home, because I don't want to be here. There we go. Put that away. How come... Let's claim that rack. This one didn't finish because... Oh, we still need to make the mob fan. Okay. Yeah, let's try to just get some of these quests done. Because I feel like the last couple episodes we haven't been doing a whole lot of questing stuff. Just kind of skipping over some things. There we go. There's the fan. Here's the singularity tank. And do we need to make the next tier? Nope, that was it. Play your song. Claim our rack. And we're going to claim the rack for this one for making the mob masher. Yep, playing the song again. We never claimed the rack for making our Inferium crystal. Let's claim that. And we also got some for making the Prudentium essence, which is the next tier of all the essences. These are all the different tiers, by the way. We're going to be jumping into that in a little bit. We got some for making this machine, for getting the soy milk out of the soybean. What else do we have? We're going to want to make the planter and... No, not the planter. The harvester. Yeah, we're going to want to make the harvester. Do we? Do we really want to make the harvester? And we're going to want to make these watering cans. I just remembered that there was an issue with the watering can that I had. Let's see if we're going to run into that right now. This guy. We needed... Oh no, we can do that. What's this? Infinite water source. Oh! That's what the issue was. So maybe this will be the first seed that we make when we jump into all the Agricraft stuff. So let's go ahead and... No, let's get this garbage out of here. This is why I want to make an ender pouch. It'll be like a little bag we can carry, and we can link it up to a ender chest. And everything we put in the pouch will go into that chest, and then we can hook up the chest into this. So all this garbage that we're getting, we can just put in there instantly. Look at all that. Very nice. Stick that in there too. Ooh, ender crystals. That's something that doesn't have a spot, I don't think. Let's pick them. Let's stick them right there. This should be going away. Don't know why it's not. There we go. One more spot left for the bow. So I guess I didn't have a spot for those. Let's just stick that in there. Got some more capacitors coming in. I got to get some XP so I can fix up our coffee. I forgot to switch it in my offhand when we went to kill those last couple mobs. I wanted to make our experience obelisk too, but I just remembered there's a little bit of work for that. We got to make organic brown dye, and we get that from the twigs and the prunings. Do we happen to have 6 of those? No, we have 3. I guess let's just go ahead and grind up some leaves in the sag mill. It shouldn't take too long, and we'll get some more of this stuff too. So I guess that's fine. And then we're gonna need some slime. Look at all the slime we have. Pretty cool. I'm happy with that. Oh, take that out. We don't need too much of this stuff, I don't think. Let's see. Right? Is that enough? Is that enough? Is this slime not gonna work? Maybe. Let's get some vanilla slime. Okay, maybe we need just a little more. There we go. So we got some organic brown dye. We also have to sag mill 2 of those. We're gonna need some crushed quartz, which luckily we have tons of. Or not tons, but a decent amount. And what else do we need? Organic black dye, which luckily I saved from the first batch we made. And I think that should be it. We're gonna need some of that energetic alloy as well. There we go. Just because we got to make another experience rod, so let's do that really quick. And... nope, wrong machine. There we go. Put all of this in the crafting window. And now we need... oh boy. Where did it go? Right? That was the right machine, right? The simple machine chassis. And luckily we have one more left. Yoink and yoink. Perfect. That was weird. Everything stayed in there. We're also going to need this fluid tank, which is just some iron and glass. There we go. 1 fluid tank, and that should be all of it, right? Oh no, we need 2 more of those energetic alloys, and luckily we have 2 left. We're going to want to make seeds of like all of these metals and alloys pretty much, just to save time. Let's stick it right here next to our enchanter, and boom. All of our XP will be safe now. Ideally, we would have something set up for all of this XP that we're getting. Oh boy, it's already full. Something that'll turn it into liquid form. I believe you can do that. Experience solidifier. No, we don't want to solidify it. We want to... there we go. We want to melt it into... oh. Is that the same as liquid XP? Oh, the fluid tank will do it. Okay, we really might want to look into setting that up. We're not going to have like a whole bunch of use for XP, I don't think. But I'd rather not waste it. And I think there's a way to convert liquid XP into, what's that stuff called? It's from Ender.io. Like, it's something nutrients, like mob nutrients or something. I know that has a lot of uses, so we definitely want to save it. We might look into that in a bit later. Man, I am dumb. What did we get here? We got a creeper chunk. That's pretty cool. Our first, like, actual mob chunk that wasn't experience chunks. I don't think we're gonna really need a lot of this stuff, so... no, I don't want to toss it. Let's just leave it for now. Alright guys, so to get started with all of our Agricraft stuff and mystical agriculture, all those planting things, I think this needs to go 1 block lower. There we go. To get started with it, we are going to first make a scary staircase going down. Like so. There we go. We're gonna builder's wand out a little bit, and I don't quite know how we're gonna set this up. All we really have right here is just like a path. That's all it is. But I know I want to have it down here. And by the way, we're having like all these different steps and elevations, just because I think it keeps the area a little interesting. You know, not everything's at the same Y level. I don't like things that are super flat. Even though we kind of had to do that in the very beginning, we'll probably come back and make this place a little more interesting in all its different shapes and elevations. One thing I want to try to do, which I have been kind of doing, but very sloppily, is just make some random shapes for all of our island jet outs. I know the first big oak circle that we made is very uniform, but like this area over here, there was no plan to it. I didn't plan to have this random shape or anything, but I did want to have something that didn't look coordinated. That makes sense. But the pathways and stuff, the straight paths and everything, those will be straight lines and everything. Is this making sense? I hope I'm making sense. So for the garden stuff, we're gonna have probably just some sort of sloppy island off to the side right here. But I just wanted to... Oh, why did I put it all away? I just wanted to have something. Some sort of path and everything to kind of get us into the idea that this is where some farming stuff is going to happen. And we'll probably do it on this side, actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Man, now that I know that blood moons are gone, I'm just like not lighting anything up. Oops, I shouldn't just toss all the planks in there. There we go. Should actually put these ones away. Oh, we're gonna need some of that. So this is what we got. Very simple, very basic. I should go put some torches down. I'm just being lazy. Alright, so we got this all built. Everything is good. We're gonna have our gardening stuff down over here. I think that should be good. And I don't really have a proper plan for this. We kind of just need a space at the moment. And, oh, I know this is super ugly. I mean, no, I know this is great. This is beautiful. This is perfect. Let's actually go ahead and yoink this down a little bit. Let's also go ahead and make a proper bridge just so we can get across. So we're gonna have dirt on top of this. So let's start building one block lower. I want to start, or not start, but I've kind of started already. All of our island, we're gonna try to stay away from being like perfect uniform shapes. I know our beginning Oakwood circle was very perfect and very uniform, very symmetrical all over. But if you look at our like smeltery area, for example, there was no rhyme or reason to it. I kind of just made sure there was room for stuff. I kind of want to do our base like that. And this is our base, by the way, the whole thing. Kind of just have like some random shapes going on. I think it'll make everything look a little better, hopefully, maybe. I don't like things that are super flat, so once we get flight, I'll definitely try to liven up the place. But for now, we're going to have big old flat areas. And this island, we're not going to be having every one of our plant farms going on here, but this is going to be like our testing ground, because we're going to have to do some manual farming here. And why am I not using the builder's wand? We're gonna have to be doing some manual building around here, or farming, so it's going to be very important that we have a nice, safe, comfortable, somewhat big and open spot to do that. So I'm thinking this will do the job. Once we have flight, we're going to have actual floating islands. There's not going to be as many bridges, I don't think. I think having actual floating islands might be a bad idea. But like, my idea for this is to get rid of this. So if we want to get there, we gotta fly. And we can lose our flight once we get it, but I don't think it'll happen. I know I just died last episode for me walking into the mob grinder, but everything gets saved to that totem, if you remember from the first episode. It gets saved to that, and there's a chance you'll lose it when you die, but you can just pop it back on. Yeah, so I don't think we'll die. we might. But for now, we'll go ahead and leave just this one block wide gap. Maybe get into the habit of trying to okay, let's not jump it. Let's just not do that. Let's put down a bit of water. We're gonna want to till some of this land. Perfect. I am so good at this. What else? What else do we need? Let's go ahead and make our seed analyzer. So this recipe really annoys me just because of how many different random little things it takes. We're gonna need sticks. We're gonna need a pane, because this recipe is a pain. And we're going to need a stone slab of some sort. I believe this should do the trick. Nope, because we're missing a wooden slab. Imagine that. Perfect. Seed analyzer, and we're going to also want... Where's the book? Okay. We're going to need to make some of these crop sticks. We're going to need a book, which I'll go grab from the mob farm. Alright, got the book, got the crop sticks, got the seeds, and we got our agricultural journal. I feel like I said that weird. That's pretty much everything, almost, kind of, sort of. We're gonna also want anything from mystical agriculture with us. So that's our prudentium essence, our prosperity shards, which I think there's some in the chest that I just looked at, but I forgot to grab. I think that's it. We're also going to want at least a couple diamonds. A few. Some of. And is that everything from here? And all of this inferium essence. Okay, this should be good. I hope I'm not forgetting stuff, and I know this is going very slowly. Let's pop that down right there. We're going to want a storage drawer. Oh, we should put torches down. It's a good idea. And I'll also put some grass over here too. Eventually. Let's see. Let's go ahead and actually take out this layer of the farm, because this is just a testing ground. We're not doing a whole bunch of actual farming here, so we only need this space. Okay, Agricraft, what are we doing? We have our journal here. This is going to record all the different seeds that we put in here, and we'll also kind of use this as a checklist as to what we've done before. The only page is telling you how this works, and there's nothing else. But as we analyze seeds, it'll tell us a bunch of things about them. So let's put just regular Minecraft seeds in there. What Agricraft does is it lets you mutate and get better seeds. So you can see this has a growth, gain, and strength stat. And they're all by default set to 1 out of 10. As you increase these stats through mutation, they have better yields. They'll be more resilient to when you clip them down, and they'll grow faster, and they'll give you more crops. So right now, when you plant a regular seed, you only get 1 wheat. But if you max this out to 10, I believe you can get up to 4 wheat. I believe is how it normally goes. But we can click this button and let us look through our journal. If we flip the pages now, we have a whole bit of information on wheat. It tells you how much light it needs, it tells you what you get from it, and the different stages of its growth, which is interesting. And any mutations with the plant will be listed here, but right now there's none because we haven't discovered anything. We could go ahead and start planting this, but I don't really want to. And then planting it just on the ground gets rid of all its stats, which is a bad thing, and you can mess up your crops by doing that. So if you want to do Agricraft stuff, you have to use these crop sticks and plant them inside of there. So keep that in mind if you didn't know before. What we're going to be doing are some mystical agriculture plants first. To get that watering can, we need some water essence, and to get water essence, we need these water essence seeds, and to get these seeds, we need water. So that's going to be our first task. It's not super important right now, I don't think, to max out the stats for like your water seeds, but eventually you're probably going to want to, and I think we're going to go ahead and do it this time around just to kind of get an idea, or so I can, show people what we're trying to do, pretty much. How do we do this again? Like this and then prosperity? Okay, I need a refresher. Oh, we need the base crafting seeds. Right, so let's go ahead and make as many of those as we can. We're going to probably have to take a trip to the nether to get more prosperity shards, because we need these to start all these recipes. Now we can surround these with the inferium essence, and this is pretty much tier 1. That's going to be how we know how valuable some of these seeds are. Some of them are going to take a lot more than just some of this. It's going to take tons of it. Let's go ahead and put our buckets of water and then more inferium. And there we go. We got our first mystical agriculture seeds. Stick those right there. Ideally, whenever I try to max out some seeds, I try to have 4 crops going at once, because that's the most that my mind can manage. We're going to do some other seeds too, but the first ones we make are going to be these. So they all start with their 1 stat in everything. So we're going to plant that, let it grow. The Wayla tells us all the stats that it has too. And at the bottom of those green stats, it says this plant is fertile and can grow. That's very important to keep an eye on. Because some plants, it's pretty rare, but some plants require special circumstances for them to grow. Let's check our, right here. So, how come this didn't become a thing? We just made a bunch. There we go. Play your song. Claim the rack. And, okay. I don't know why that didn't count either. Let's go ahead and do 4 more of those. There we go. So there we go. One of the first tier 1 seeds we can do are water. We also have ice, zombie, dirt, nature, and stone. I'm going to go ahead and do nature next. I think that's going to be... Oh boy. That's going to be pretty important. So nature requires a pumpkin, a cactus, a sugarcane, and a wheat. So... Alright, we actually don't need to plant that because we already have wheat from the mob farm. We got our sugarcane there. The only thing we gotta plant really is the pumpkin. Gotta wait for that to go. Also, bone meal does not work on these crops. Just wanted to make sure and double check because I feel like sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Let's grab some more pumpkin seeds, but we also need the cactus as well. Luckily, we have a few more cactus seeds. I was sifting through the dirt, by the way, to try to get a grass seed, and then I thought it'd probably be easier to just silk touch this stuff, so I put silk touch on our cobalt matok. I don't know why I listed the tier of it, or the metal that it was made from, but I silk touched that, and did I get 4? I did. Grabbed some dirt and just stuck it over there. Much faster. And, oh yeah, pumpkin seeds. So we'll get those seeds going in a minute. We got to make some essence, or the nature cluster first. Then we can make seeds out of that. And the reason why we want some of this nature essence is because we can make all kinds of things with it. We can make vines, more cactus, sugarcane, pumpkin, potato. The important thing is lily pad, and we need those for the lily pads of fertility, which I like to use for my crop farms. They're not necessary, but I think they're pretty cool and helpful. We're also doing this pretty soon. Nice, we got a pumpkin. Go ahead and plant just a few more while we decide what other crops we're gonna try to 10-10-10. There we go. I brought over these grains of infinity because yes, we can make seeds from them, but they're the next tier, and we need this guy to give us some prudentium essence. With that, No. We go... There we go. This makes the tier 2 crafting seeds. Then I think we can just do this. There we go. Grains of infinity seeds. I don't think we're going to need too many more of these. I don't think. Oh yeah, we do, because we got to make capacitors, and they're all for the solar panels and whatnot. So we're going to definitely need those too. Let's go ahead. Oh wow. Plant these as well. I don't know why it's not counting my crafts whenever I do them. Claim that too. We got the grains of infinity. We can try to do some of this stuff, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. These are the tier 2 seeds that we can craft, and I think the first one we're gonna make is the silicon. We have access to some metals right now. Is iron in here actually? If iron's in here, we'll make iron. No, iron's over here. Over here. Over here? This one iron. One of these are iron. Iron seeds. Right, we should do this one. No. Let's do what I said. What'd I say? Silicon, and then dye. No, just silicon. We'll do silicon, and then we'll do dye later. We need some silicon, which I have a little bit of from sag milling redstone ore, because it's very efficient apparently. And we're gonna make some silicon seeds. Very easy stuff. There we go. Oh, let's okay, there we go. If you look right there too, our water crops grew. Oh, and we got 4. That's awesome. I think fortune works with harvesting crops, so keep that in mind if you want more outcome early on. I don't know. We don't have a lot of time for the rest of this episode, by the way. I guess I need to try to finish this up quick. Oh, we still need one more. Okay, that's fine. I'll make the watering can probably in between episodes or next episode or something. We can go ahead and make our nature clusters too, so let's do that. Go ahead and make these seeds. Whoops. There we go. Awesome. Go ahead and get these analyzed, and let's get the last 2, get those out. Let's get these last 2, I don't know why those died. Oh, because the pumpkins, duh. Let's get these last 2 different seed types planted, and I'll show you guys what I will be doing every time we make a new seed, because we're going to pretty much be making seeds for everything. Like for all of our metals, all of our redstone, everything that you saw. Where'd it go? Everything that you see here, we're going to be making these seeds and probably be farming them. Because this is way easier to gather resources with. And I guess next episode we'll do the whole planter and harvester and whatnot. I just remembered too, we're going to be needing some clippers. Just like this, clippers. So what these do, they let us clip plants. And by doing so, we get little seed packets, and they'll carry the same stats as the plant that you just clipped, and you're able to plant them again. Oh, we got really lucky right there. So we want to do this to all of the crops, and these are going to grow very slowly. I wanted to see if maybe the little worms from actually additions would help with growing early on. I don't know if we'll be using them throughout all of our plant thingies, and I don't know if it works very well with Agricraft, but let's go ahead and check. It does a 3x3 area, so can I put it there? I can. Okay. Well, we'll see what happens. But with the seed clippings too, this is where the stats. Oh my god, we're getting real lucky. This is where the stats really come into play, because if a seed has low strength, there's a very good chance that it's not going to plant when you... Holy shit! When you go to plant it like that again. I've never had that happen before, where it works every time. Typically, whenever a seed has a 1 for its stat, you're like not getting that thing to plant again. For the strength at least. Let's keep that right there. Let's try to get a couple more. There we go. Got all the worms. Yeah, this is why you want the watering can, so everything can grow super quickly. You just right click. Oh, we're not gonna have enough prosperity shards to even make that this episode for sure, so I'll have to go get some in between episodes. Why are you tilling? Stop it. I said stop. The worms can't be doing that. They only do a 3x3 area. Anyways, we're waiting for the crops to grow, so let's see which one grows first. We need both the pairs to grow up. Alright guys, really quick, let's just grab some of these shards. Oh man, that scared me. Could you tell? I also picked up some of... let's see, is there any nearby that I can show you? Ooh, look at all that glowstone stuff. We'll have to remember that's there. What did I pick up? It was this stuff. The ore lava crystal. And in fact, let's grab this little bit too. Hopefully we don't die. And there we go. Oh, we lost some. That's okay. That's what happens when you're me. Yeah, I think we have enough. I got a stack in 15, so let's head home again. Alrighty, guys. Well, I thought I was recording, but turns out I wasn't. So we came back from the Nether. We made some of this base essence ingots, which is... I'll show you in a minute. And we also got credit for doing our Solium ingot a while ago, which is pretty cool. We can make this later. It's not really important right now. But what else? What did we do? Oh, wait, no, we didn't make that. Okay, that's fine. We made the watering can. The watering can took this Inferium watering can. We managed to get enough water essence, and then we made some of the base essence, which is iron ingot surrounded by the prosperity shard, so we had to make a few of those. The reason why we're not going to be using the Inferium watering can or any of these is because I like the Tiny Progressions watering can more. It's more like an updated watering can from I think it was X Utilities 1 or Open Blocks, one or the other, the old mod. It does a 3x3 area, which you can make in the Prudentium watering can, but you can shift right click this watering can and it'll stay on, which is very cool. But basically what I started doing over here is I started mutating our crops. So we missed it when I wasn't recording, but I got these up to 221 in terms of their stats. They all start out as 111. That is their growth, gain, and their strength stat, by the way. So what we gotta do... Ooh, okay, that's pretty cool. Every time these make a new seed, we have to scan them in the seed analyzer. And we're looking for anything with like a better stat, pretty much. Sorry if the rain particles or the watering particles are going to get annoying. They'll come and go. So I think the best ones we got were the 231. No, that's not true. We got a 331 right here. So before we get confused, let's toss those. Break those plants. Put down new crop sticks. We'll plant our 331 crop. Get rid of the inferior seeds. And we get our clipper, plant the new crop, there we go, it took, and we're going to put down another, oh boy, it goes too fast. We put down another set of crop sticks, but then we put down another one on top of that, so it does these fancy ones. Do that here by shift right clicking, so it's a little faster. And we kind of just wait for them to mutate. Every crop that'll grow here typically has a high chance of mutating, and mutating is how we're going to get our better seeds. So we just kind of rinse and repeat until we get all of their stats to 10, 10, 10. That's what we have to do to all of the crops that we do, which is pretty much every crop, because eventually we're going to want to get all of these for questing, but a lot of these are going to be things that we how we get our main source of resources, like the iron. This is going to be how we get iron. It's going to be how we get all the metals, pretty much. Some of them are for mobs. There's the Enderman seeds, like I think you just saw. So yeah, we're going to be doing this a lot, and this is going to be something I do off camera, I assume. 331, 432. So yeah, really quick. Let's start over here, because these ones are all at 111. Let's say at... How come they aren't mutating? Why aren't they growing? This plant is fertile and can grow. Maybe we're just getting unlucky because we weren't watering the area. Let's say at day 51 in the top left. Day 51. And let's just start it at 2000? What is that? 10 o'clock? 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. Day 51, 8 o'clock. We're starting the quest to get 10, 10, 10 for the infinity seeds. And I'll meet you guys back once I get to 10, 10, 10. I'll just show you how long it takes. Alright. We're at 10, 9, 10. This should be the last one, hopefully. There's a chance it's going to be another 10, 9, 10. The stats never go down. They'll either stay the same or they'll improve. 10, 10, 10. We did it. So that took just about, I think, half a Minecraft day. I forgot to look at the time. So let's plant that 10, 10, 10 right there. And typically what I like to do whenever I max out a seed, until I can get a proper like area to farm it, I'll just grab a bunch of the little clippings. That way too, I can just toss the actual seed and I can just save the clipping. Grab about a stack's worth. Right? How much do we have? There we go. And I store these somewhere else. Somewhere that's not like the work area. So there we go. Our first 10-10-10 crop. Very nice. And now we can make room for something else. This time around, I only focused on this one just to kind of get it going faster. In between episodes, I'll just start doing a bunch of different seeds and stuff. I'll show you next time. But we are out of time for this episode. Thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. By the way, what we can do with this stuff is turn it into grains of infinity, which is probably duh, but there you go. Look at all that. Just from farming it up to get the seed maxed out, we got 6.5 stacks. Pretty cool. So I'll see you guys in the next one. I hope you enjoyed. Peace out. Bye-bye.